Hey guys, it's Evelyn. I decided to make this video because I've been watching a lot of these college advice videos when I was starting to apply to college, and they were really helpful. And so yeah, I wanted to give you guys some advice that I learned throughout the process. Also, I just want to preface that there's not one magical solution to get into college, so please use this video as just a source of advice. And yeah, let's just get in because it's gonna be a long video. Alright, so a little bit about me. I got accepted into Cornell University early decision in December 2020, and I will be studying Human Biology, Health and Society, also called HBHS, in the College of Human Ecology, and I'm also planning on doing a business minor, but we will see how that goes. Oh, also I am a pre-med, so you know, there's gonna be a lot of crying nights, but we don't have to think about that now. I first want to talk about my school. So it's a public high school. We have about like 400 students in our grade, and there's no class rank. And I want to say that I am affiliated with Cornell because my mom is a lecturer there and my dad got his PhD there like years ago. And so yeah, I definitely had an advantage during this application cycle, but I like to think that I didn't get in because of that reason, that I got in because they liked who I was. Also, my high school, it's in the Ithaca region, a lot of kids get into Cornell. I want to put that out there in case, because I know that I have a special situation. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with sharing the courses that I took each year. So I'll have it like right here on the screen. Also, I'm reading it off my computer screen, so don't mind me. In 9th grade, I took Honors Biology, Honors English 9 Humanities, Honors Geometry, Honors German 2, Honors Global History 1, Concert Band, and PE. I'm actually not going to be telling you guys my specific grades for each course just because I'm not that comfortable with putting that out in the internet. But yeah, those are the courses for 9th grade. And then for 10th grade, I took AP European History, Honors Algebra 2 AB, Honors Chemistry, Honors English 10 Humanities, Honors German 3, Wind Ensemble, and PE. For 11th grade, I took Advanced Honors Pre-Calculus BC, AP Chemistry, AP US History, Online Health, Driver's Education, Honors English 11, Wind Ensemble, and PE. I'm actually still in high school as a senior in my 3rd quarter. So at our school, for 12th grade, we actually have like semester English and like social studies classes. So I already took English 12 creative writing, English 12 film study, and participation in government. And now I am taking Honors Economics in addition to AP Calculus AB, AP Physics 1, Wind Ensemble, and PE. And so my current unweighted GPA out of a 4.0 scale is 4.05, and my unweighted is 4.97. Yeah, I would say I got pretty good grades. However, grades are not everything. You do not need to stress about every little grade here and there because in the end, it'll even out. Work hard and try your best, and everything will work out in the end. Like, trust me on this. Because of coronavirus, you know, class of 2021 is just like living it out with getting our standardized testing dates pushed back like months. Oh my god, that was torture. So basically, I took the ACT for the first time in September 2020. And I actually got really lucky, guys. I got a 33 composite score, which was like, but my math score, I think it was like a 29 or something like that. And I really wanted that to be like in the 30s. So I did retake the ACT, but I regret taking that because honestly, like leading up to that exam, I wasn't really feeling it. And I was just like, I'm over this ish. And like, it's optional anyways. So yeah, I didn't do as well on that second ACT. I did not even attempt to take the SAT. I don't know what it is about SAT, but it was just like way too difficult, especially like the reading and writing. Like the math was like a lot easier than the ACT math, but I was like, hold up. So next I want to talk about the SAT Subject 2 test. I actually took the chemistry and molecular biology test twice and then the math 2 test once. Only score that I ended up sending was the second chemistry test because I got a 760 on it, and we're not going to talk about the others because yikes. The subject tests you really don't need to take unless your school requires them, so make sure to check it out on their website. But Cornell didn't like require them, but I just thought I would take it. I don't even know why. Oh, I know why. Perfect segue. So now I'm going to talk about AP scores. And y'all, I just want to say that I think APs are so overrated. People put so much like emphasis and stress on APs, and I'm just like, bruh, for my situation, I won't even get the college credits because I'm pre-med, so I have to take any of the required classes at Cornell anyways. That may be why I'm like biased, but I did not do so hot on those AP tests. I took AP Chemistry, AP US History, and AP Euro. The reason that I took the SAT 2 Chemistry test is because I wanted to make up for my AP. Honestly, that was during the pandemic. Okay, so now I want to briefly touch upon the extracurriculars. Put on my Common App so you can put up to 10 and you want to rank them from like most important to least important. So for my first activity, I put my internship as a research assistant with a Cornell professor. Guys, you need to remember or take note that for the descriptions for each activity, it's 150 characters max. I thought it was 150 words. No, it's 150 characters, which is like 2 sentences at most. Don't make the same mistake as I did. I thought I had so many word space, but no. You don't. So to keep it short and concise, it's really important that you start it probably with a verb. So like this one, for example, is analyzing scientific papers on Google Scholar and PubMed to assist Dr. G's research project, discussing findings in bi-weekly Zoom meetings. So yeah, that's my first activity. For the second one is my marketing research internship with a local startup company. I wrote analyzing social media trends in the health and wellness niche to recommend for future brand partnerships, presenting findings in meetings with the CEO. So, you know, short, concise. And then my third activity, I wrote that I'm a team dancer at my studio that I have been dancing since I was 3 years old. So yeah, I'm an oldie, a regular, you can call me. You know. I said, dancer since 3 years old, attended numerous competitions, workshops, recitals, danced in the 2019 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. So yes, that is a fact about me. I was in that, part of like hundreds of dancers that were in that, but that was a really fun experience, once in a lifetime. So happy that I went. Next, for the fourth activity, I wrote that I was an assistant dance teacher, also at my dance studio. And I wrote taught young dancers ballet and tap weekly, performed with the dancers on stage at the annual end of year recital. I love teaching the like pre-dancers. They're so cute, and it just reminds me of like my time when I first started. Like, I can't believe I was in the position to teach. Like, what? How did I get this old? Anyways, so for my fifth activity, I wrote that I was a flutist. And yes, I do play the flute, and this is what I wrote. Flutist since 4th grade, seated first chair, elected band secretary, invited to the 2019 and 2020 NYSSMA All-State Music Conference. We did do the NYSSMA All-State Conference online because of the pandemic. Anyways, yeah, that was an experience. And next, for my sixth activity, I wrote that I was also a flutist in a local orchestra here. This is what I wrote. Inaugural member, performed numerous orchestral standard repertoire pieces, attended the 2020 Canadian Friendship Tour in Toronto. Yes, we did go to Toronto, and that was actually a pretty fun trip. I didn't really like CCOIL. So next, I wrote that I was a camp leader with my church here. I wrote, supervised a group of refugee children in Utica as their homeroom teacher for the 4 full-day vacation Bible school camp, trained for 2 months prior. It was really fun working with the children there. They're all so sweet and cute and I really miss them. Yeah, we just did a lot of crafts, games, and things like that. Next, for the 8th activity, I wrote that I was a member of the National Honor Society, which I got in senior year because it's only offered to seniors at our school. So I said, inducted on November 5th, 2020, planning to serve the community by volunteering with organizations like Habitat for Humanity and Save the Children. I didn't have much to say about that just because it was like right around when the application was due, because for ED it's like early. So yeah. And then for the 9th activity, I wrote that I was a Korean language teacher. I said, taught Korean to local Korean American children through storybooks and spelling tests every Sunday, and designed weekly lesson plans. So I took a little break in fall of my senior year, but then I restarted again in the spring this time, and it's really fun. You probably saw it in my last vlog, so go check it out. Shameless plug here, guys. Anyways, so for the last activity, I wrote that I was an exchange partner because I participated in the German exchange trip that happened at our school. And I wrote, took 4 years of German, hosted German exchange partner in Ithaca in fall 2018, traveled to Germany in summer 2019 to be immersed in the culture. So yeah, that was an unforgettable trip. So we are going to be talking about the essays, personal statements, why essays, supplements, things like that. Yes, I know this is what you're here for because I have a lot of advice on this specific part. So let's jump in. As I said before, there is no magical formula when getting into college, so you honestly just need to be yourself and showcase your individuality through your whole application, especially through the essays, because that's when admissions officers can kind of see who you are, how you think about things, and just get to know you, because they're not gonna see you face to face, you know? They have to like paint a picture of you in their minds through the words that you write. So it's very important to convey yourself the way that you want to be conveyed. Another important thing is that if you go online, there are lots of resources and like previous students' essays that you can read. But I would advise against that, because once you start reading these like amazing essays, like let me tell you, when I read them, I was like, how can someone write this well? But guys, don't feel pressured to kind of like use someone else's style of writing because you think it's so amazing. That person's essay is their own and you're gonna have your own as well, and that's what's gonna make you unique. Just try to focus on yourself and your essay because it will turn out amazing, okay? So throughout your application, I think it's important to have like some sort of theme. My personal statement, which is the essay that you send to almost all schools, some may not require it, but most do. I personally wrote about my 2 main extracurricular activities, which were dance and flute, and through those 2 activities I showed how I gained more confidence and just talked about the lessons that I've learned, and I think showing growth is like really important. And then for my college specific essay, which is like the supplement essays for Cornell, thank goodness I only had to write 1, and it was kind of like their why essay, like why do you want to come to Cornell essay. And so for that I talked about my interests in science, fashion, and nutrition, and I kind of like tied them all together. It basically talked about how my experiences led me to be interested in those subjects, and I also related it to what Cornell has to offer. So this is through research, of course. I looked up specific professors like research that I would be interested in, and I also wrote about my opportunity that I had to talk with a Cornell professor. Adding those like specific things are very important, but I'll talk about that more later. So I want to dive a bit deeper into the personal statement first, because for this essay you really can write about anything, like Any topic will do as long as you relate it back to yourself and show who you are through it. And also, like, most of the topics that people write about have already been written. Like, even if it may be different for each person, it's probably like generically the same foundation. So it's very important, if you want to make it unique to yourself, that you add in certain details that only can be applied to you. And I think showing growth is a really good way for admissions officers to kind of see like how you think and process information, see like what next steps that you took to like continue to grow and become a better person. And that's personally the route that I took, and I think it was pretty successful, hence I got into Cornell. You can literally take your personal statement like wherever you want. This is just a recommendation from me. Now moving on to the college specific essays. So in my case, since I only had to write the one why Cornell essay, I will only have advice for that. And so for these essays, it's key to do your research. I know you're like, oh, I don't want to do research on colleges, go on their websites, blah, 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 but it's necessary. So just do it. You should look up like the college majors and minors, like the programs, clubs, organizations, study abroad opportunities if you're interested in that, and also like the professors and courses. Just to try to get a feel if you think you would be like a good fit for this school. It's also a huge plus if you can talk to students who go to that college and try to get like the inside scoop, because obviously the information on the website is all going to be like this perfect, like, oh, Cornell's so perfect, or whatever, your college is so perfect, you know, because no one wants to showcase like their bad side. So yeah, students will give it to you real. Don't be afraid to like email certain professors and ask questions that you might have so that you can write about them in your why essay to show that you're already proactive and like interacting with the professors because you're that interested in going into that school. I just want to say that I'm so fortunate to have these people around me who helped me through this college application process, because I definitely did not do it alone. And yeah, I have so many people to thank for giving me these tips and advice that I am sharing with you guys right now. This is like a collective effort, guys, so you know this advice is real and it's good advice. It's not that BS. Anyways, thank you so much to everyone who helped me. So after you've written like how many drafts of essays, now is the time for editing. And I just want to say that I wrote, I think, like 15 drafts of like different kinds of personal statements. After I chose the one, I went through like another 10 drafts of that like one essay. So this editing process is long, but it's very worthwhile, and I have some amazing tips. A key policy that you should go by is show not tell. So you probably heard this a lot in your English classes. Basically it means instead of directly saying I went to the doctor's office, you want to explain through your senses and just try to paint like a story. As I walked through the door, all I could see were the same white walls or something like that. Guys, I'm not good at coming up with stories on the spot. But anyways, you get my point. And it's a lot easier said than done, obviously. Like, this is something that I struggled with a lot because I was like, I don't know, like, why do I have to write a story? Like, this is so weird. Show not tell, super important, and try your best to do that. Okay, so I'm back. I'm sure you guys missed me.
Nope.
My camera said it was exhausted, so took a little break. But I have a few additional advice that I want to give to you guys. So the first one is that you should get to know your teachers and counselor by going to office hours and setting up one-on-one meetings to talk about like the coursework, homework, or any questions that you had. But also just to kind of like update them on your life, get to know each other better. Establishing relationships is very important. Your teachers want you to succeed, and most of them are willing to help you if you reach out to them. Reaching out and being proactive is not only going to help you through this college admissions process, but also in life. Because if you're really passionate about something or you really want something, then you have to take the steps in order to get that, because no one else is going to do it for you. You want to start asking for letters of recommendation after your junior year, because I feel like that's the time where it's not too early or too late. It's never guaranteed that your teacher will write you a letter of rec, so make sure to ask them politely and modestly, because it's up to their choice. Never assume that they're going to just write you one because you ask. But most teachers will probably say yes because they're nice. Lastly, when the time comes, probably in like early fall, don't forget to fill out the FAFSA and do it early. Earlier is better. It shows that you really need financial aid. College is expensive and student debt is no joke. Like, they really need to start making colleges free, guys, or like a lot less expensive, because it's outrageous. Like, tuition costs? Excuse me? Oh my gosh, like, we're gonna be living in debt our entire lives, guys. Like, but of course this is a choice that we make, so gotta own up to it, be responsible later on. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this college advice video. I really hope this helps you guys in some way, and if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below, or you could also DM me on Instagram, and my handle is at EvelynCWKim. So yeah, honestly, if you ask for my help, I might not be able to help you that much, but feel free to ask me. I'll try my best to help you. And yeah, I just want to give a huge congrats to all the seniors who got accepted into colleges this application cycle. And I want to say good luck to those of you who are starting the college process or have already started. You got this. You're gonna own it. You got it! Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Reaching out. And there goes the clock again. I wonder what bird it is this time.